Lily had bright eyes and a big smile. Tom was kind and loved to play. Today was special. It was Manners Day.
We must use our best manners.
Tom nodded. He knew just what to do. Suddenly, everything shimmered. They were surrounded by swirling colors. When the light faded, Lily and Tom gasped. They were in a land made of giant flowers and lollipop trees. The air was filled with the sweet scent of candy, and the sky was a brilliant shade of blue, dotted with fluffy white clouds that looked like cotton candy. Everywhere they looked, there were vibrant colors and fantastical shapes that made the whole place feel like a dream. Suddenly, a fluffy squirrel wearing a tiny hat greeted them. The squirrel had a twinkle in its eye and a friendly smile that made the children feel instantly at ease. It was clear that this was no ordinary squirrel. It had an air of wisdom and kindness about it.
Welcome to Manners Land. I'm Squeaky. Squeaky's voice was cheerful and welcoming, and the children couldn't help but smile back at him. They could tell that Manners Land was a special place where everyone was kind and polite. We value good manners here, Squeaky continued, explaining that in Manners Land everyone treated each other with respect and kindness. The children watched as other kids in the land interacted politely, saying please and thank you and helping each other out.
"Wow!" exclaimed Lily. Her eyes were wide with wonder as she took in all the amazing sights around her. She had never seen anything like it before, and she felt like she was in a fairy tale.
We do too! The other children chimed in, their voices filled with excitement. They were eager to explore Manners Land and learn more about this magical place where good manners were celebrated.
Tom was already eyeing a giant lollipop. Squeaky giggled. The lollipop was as big as his head, and it was covered in swirls of bright colors. Tom's mouth watered at the sight of it, and he couldn't wait to take a bite.
This is just the beginning. Follow me, Squeaky said with a wink. He led the children down a winding path that was lined with more giant flowers and candy trees. The children followed eagerly, their hearts full of excitement and anticipation for the adventures that lay ahead.
And so, their adventure began. With Squeaky leading the way, the children felt ready to explore every corner of Manners Land. They knew that this was just the start of an incredible journey filled with wonder, magic, and the joy of discovering new things together. First, they arrived at a village built of giant teacups. A polite rabbit offered them tea and biscuits.
May I have some tea, please?
The rabbit beamed.
Of course, and for you, young man?
Please, added Tom quickly, remembering his manners. The rabbit smiled and poured them each a cup. Next, they reached a town built of colorful blocks. A group of puppies played with a big red ball.
May we join?
One puppy whined, hugging the ball tightly.
It's important to share.
Squeaky reminded him gently. The puppy understood and nudged the ball towards Tom.
Thank you.
They all played happily together. Sharing was fun. Their journey led them to a forest filled with musical flowers.
What's wrong?
Asked Lily softly. The bird chirped sadly. It had dropped its twig nest.
Don't worry,
said Tom. He carefully helped the bird rebuild its nest. The bird chirped happily and flapped its wings.
Thank you for being so kind,
sang the flowers. Section 6. A New Friend in Need. This is a story about friendship, bravery, and the unexpected bonds that can form in the most surprising situations. As they continued their journey through the forest, they saw a little bear cub stuck in a muddy puddle. The poor cub looked terrified, his tiny paws struggling to find solid ground. His eyes were wide with fear, and he let out a small, helpless cry.
Don't worry, we'll help you, said Tom, the eldest of the group, his voice filled with determination. The children gathered around the cub, their faces showing concern and empathy.
Together, they devised a plan. Using sticks and branches, they carefully created a path to help the cub climb out. With gentle encouragement and teamwork, they pulled the cub to safety. The children worked together seamlessly, each one playing a crucial role in the rescue.
Thank you, squeaked the muddy cub, his voice trembling with relief and gratitude. His eyes sparkled with appreciation as he looked at his new friends.
He licked Tom's cheek playfully, a gesture of pure joy and thankfulness. The children laughed, their hearts warmed by the cub's affection. It was a moment of pure happiness, a bond formed through kindness and compassion. Even covered in mud, the cub was a good friend. The children didn't mind the mess. They were just happy to have made a new friend. They knew that this day would be one they would remember forever, a day when they learned the true meaning of friendship and helping those in need. As they walked away together, the children and the bear cub felt a sense of accomplishment and joy. They had faced a challenge and overcome it together, proving that even the smallest acts of kindness can make a big difference. The forest seemed a little brighter, and their hearts a little lighter, knowing they had made a new friend in need. Section 7. Spreading manners everywhere. They traveled through Manners Land, using their manners everywhere they went. They said please and thank you. They shared with others and were always kind. They helped anyone in need and treated everyone with respect. The animals cheered for Lily and Tom. They were an example to everyone in Manners Land. Section 8. The Magic of Manners. Squeaky smiled proudly.
You've shown perfect manners, Lily and Tom. Manners make the world a better place.
Lily and Tom glowed with happiness. They understood that manners weren't just rules, they were magic. Suddenly, the world shimmered again. They were back where they started, but something felt different. Section 9. Back home, better than ever. Lily and Tom were back in their own world, but Manners Land had changed them. The lessons they learned and the friends they made had left a lasting impression on their hearts. They felt a newfound sense of responsibility and kindness that they were eager to share with everyone around them. They would never forget their adventure. The memories of the magical land, the challenges they faced, and the triumphs they achieved were etched in their minds forever. They often found themselves daydreaming about the whimsical characters and the enchanting places they visited.
Let's use our manners every day. Lily and Tom reminded each other of the importance of being polite and considerate. They knew that by practicing good manners they could make their world a better place, just like they did in Manners Land.
Tom nodded, a twinkle in his eye. He was determined to keep the spirit of Manners Land alive in his everyday life. He knew that even the smallest gestures of kindness could have a ripple effect, spreading joy and positivity to those around him. They knew that even small acts of kindness could make a big difference. Whether it was sharing their toys, helping a friend in need, or simply offering a smile, Lily and Tom understood that their actions had the power to brighten someone's day. And that was the magic of manners. It wasn't just about following rules. It was about creating a world where everyone felt valued and respected. Lily and Tom were excited to continue their journey, knowing that the magic of manners would always be with them, guiding their actions and inspiring others to do the same.